Hello, my name is Tamathy and I grew up in a small town in Missouri and I'm the oldest of 21 kids. There are 12 girls, 9 boys, no twins, same parents. And Christmas was really scary because it was at a very early age that I started to get really afraid that Santa wouldn't come, and that's because of the year that Santa didn't come. We woke up, I was 5, 6 maybe? No wait, I was 8, that's how old I was. I was 8. And we woke up and there were no Christmas presents, and we were standing there shocked, and little kids were starting to cry, and then my parents came out and they were looking really shocked, and then they started to cry, and we were all just standing there, and then my dad said, "Wait, it's Sunday. Santa doesn't come until after church on Sunday." And my mom said, "That's right, I forgot." So we all got dressed and went to church, and all the other kids at church Santa had come to their house, weirdly, but my parents said, "Who knows, maybe they aren't very faithful, we don't know, we don't judge." Then we drove around the block many times on the way home from church, and then we pulled in and my dad said, "Maybe you should wait here and I should see because we don't want to interrupt Santa." So then he went and peeked in the window and came back and said, "We're going to wait a little bit," and we drove for a while, and then he stopped at a payphone and made a phone call, and then we went home and Santa had come. And it turns out my mom had a baby in December and was very, very tired, and my dad was working 2 jobs, one of them at night at the railroad, and he said, "You go to sleep and I will be Santa," and put the toys out, and then he fell asleep. But it was Sunday. So yeah, but I, having experienced this, was very scared from then on out that Santa was not going to come. And then I got a couple years older and realized we are poor and we are continuing to have children. How is this going to happen? Like, how is this working? I believe that Santa is real, kind of, because we're getting a lot of toys and we're poor. So how is that happening? It has to be Santa. But I was still very scared and nervous about this. And then when I was about 14, my mom said, "You know, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "About Santa." And I was like, "I don't want to talk about it." And she's like, "Look, we need your help, okay? It's a lot of work. You're old enough now, you can help, you know?" And I was like, it's the magic of it. And she's like, "Come on, we need your help." So I finally got to see behind the curtain of this entire thing, and it was incredible that first year. The kids all went to bed, everybody's asleep, and then my parents started pulling presents out of every place. Like the giant sock barrels we had, the 3 barrels of unmatched socks, underneath the socks, there were all kinds of presents under there. And then my aunts and uncles pulled up in cars and started unloading presents. They hide them at their house, not at our house. And like, people from town showed up. People brought presents. Like, I realized, like, there were Santas. Santas were real. They were people in our town that brought us things on Christmas Eve, and so that we had Christmas every year. So then, but it was fun to see that, but I missed the surprise. I missed the surprise of the morning. So my job became, make sure everybody stays in bed. And so I guarded and kept kids, made sure everybody was asleep and nobody saw anything. And I was awake all night and so afraid that I was going to mess up on this job and ruin Christmas for all of my siblings that they would find out. So Christmas got really scary again for that reason. And then eventually I moved away. I had kids, and that first year, when the kids were old enough, like 5 or 6, I was so excited. And we had Christmas before then, but it was like they were 5 or 6, the time when they start figuring it out, the time you got to be careful. And it was so scary. I wrapped presents on Christmas Eve in our cellar, in the coal cellar within the cellar. I was so afraid of getting caught. I hate being Santa. It is worse than being the tooth fairy. Like, it is so scary. Why is everything so crinkly? Like, why is everything so loud and crinkly that you have to wrap? Who came up with this terrible crinkly paper and crinkly, like you go to get the candy canes and they're like, row, 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 row. It's terrifying. I hate that, and I don't know how my parents did it. One year they wrapped and did everything with a kid asleep under the tree. It was great. We got up in the morning, there were this huge amount of presents all over my sibling. Like all of my brother,